All right, everybody. So I'm going to show you how to make a graph using the data that you've collected and put into your spreadsheet. What I have here is just a sample set of data. And this data will be what you have entered into the spreadsheet after you've collected it all from the lab that you did. And so what you need to do is click on this column at the very top, C, and then you can press Shift and then you can click on D and it'll highlight both columns there. And then you'll want to copy it. So copy that data. And then you'll need to open up graphical analysis. And when you do that, it'll ask you what type of system are you using? Are you using sensor data or data sharing, or are you going to manually enter your data? We're going to manually enter our data. So we click on that. And then you can go over here into the X and Y. If that's not showing up, then you will need to click on this button on the upper right-hand corner and choose to have the data table showing. Okay, so if your data table is not showing, that's how you can get it to show. Then you'll go in here and you'll just right-click and you'll paste in your data. And it leaves the first row blank. That's okay. Now we have to decide if our graph talks. Does it talk? What do we have to have for it to talk to us? We need to have a title. So if you go down here to this button where it says Graph Tools, you click on that, then Edit Graph Options, add a graph title here. So put in your title. I'm just writing title there. You'll probably want to just have a scatter plot, so your appearance should only have points. It should not have lines or bars, so unclick those if that shows up. Just have points. Go ahead and click out of that. Now we need to have our axes, in A for in talks stands for axes. Do we have our X and Y axis in the right spot? Is it our independent variable should be on the X and our dependent should be on the Y. And this one has been done okay because I've put them in order, and the data that you will be getting and entering in will have X and Y in order, so that will already be taken care of. Then you go to rename your labels for the graph, and to do that you go to this three dots right here where it says column options for X, and if you click on that, click on column options, then you can name it whatever. So I'm going to name this the independent variable. I want you to actually say what it is. So in this case, it should be the amount of baking soda, and the units we used there were grams. So click apply and it shows up down here. Then you need to rename the Y, same thing. You click on the three dots, click column options, and this will be volume of fizz, and we use milliliters. Okay, so now our graph is starting to talk to us. We have our key, we don't need a key, and then our scale. Our scale, we'll probably need to readjust our scale. So if we click on Graph Tools down here at the bottom again and go to Edit Graph Options, you can change the X range and you can change the Y range. Okay, so you could change those to whatever numbers you want so that your range of your graph is good. Once you've done that, then we need to decide, we need to put in a line of best fit. We need to figure out, is there a pattern to our data, and can we find a line that fits that pattern? So we go to Apply Curve Fit under this Graph Tools button again. So Apply Curve Fit. And you'll want to choose whichever one you think fits the data the best. In this case, the linear line fits the best in this one, so I'm going to click apply. And now it puts a line of best fit here, and then I can use that to make a prediction. I'm going to drop this down out of the way so it gets out of the way. I want to know how much this 30 grams of baking soda will create in fizziness. And this is just fake data, so it's not actually going to be the answer, but I can just take a screenshot and draw it on and kind of estimate, or I can use this thing called interpolate. If I click on interpolate and then click on the turn it on and then click on the graph somewhere, then I can drag this back and forth down and up the line to exactly where I want it to be, and it will tell me at about 30 grams it should have a height of 77 milliliters, the fizz. And now I have a really precise, accurate prediction based on the data that I have using my line of best fit and the interpolation option. So once you've done all of that, then now you're ready to screenshot your graph. We don't need the data table, just screenshot your graph as long as it talks. And then you can put it in your collecting and presenting data slide right here. Okay? So, hope that helps. Watch this again, stop and pause if you need to get how to do it again, and good luck.